WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
Initializing Johnny's house protocol. Positive vibes loading. Entertainment news loading. Random information loading. Sarcastic comments loading. Activating Hall of Fame protocol. Orlando's #1 morning show activated.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Wake up, get out of bed. I make sure the radio's the first thing I turn on when I am in my car.
Dude, it's a cool show.
It gives me an actual reason to listen to the radio. Y'all ready?
Hold on to your mic.
Orlando's #1 hit music station.
This is Johnny's house.
On XL 1067.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 601, Orlando's #1 hit music station. It's XL 1067. Johnny's house Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Time to do it all over again. It's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 89. Gusty winds, though. Right now, 72.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so I mentioned last week that Wheel of Fortune is doing an iHeartRadio week.
Yep, heard about
and
that.
every day there's going to be some new guests. And today they have Keith Urban on for the iHeartRadio week. And basically, the viewers at home, you have your chance to win like so many different VIP iHeartRadio experiences. So this one tonight, they can win the Let Freedom Sing July 4th celebration in Nashville. Again, Wheel of Fortune, every single day this week, there's going to be a different guest, a different prize.
iHeart is taking over.
Yeah, all about iHeart.
There we go.
Mariah Carey, this is really funny. She made an unexpected appearance on her son's Twitch live stream.
I saw that.
So he was like mortified. He's 13 years old. This is the Moroccan,
Yeah.
aka Rocky, they call him.
Yeah.
So he was talking to his fans on Twitch when his sister showed up in the background. Then Mariah Carey showed up in the background. But everyone went nuts, obviously, when they saw Mariah. And there's a lot of people like, Miss Carey, stick around and hang out.
So I'm assuming they know that's his mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was very embarrassed, obviously, and told the ladies that they needed to get the hell out of there. So he could actually talk to his fans and all that stuff.
And what does he have fans for?
Being Mariah Carey's kid?
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
Well, then the person that you defend, you need to come up. Mom, will you say hello to everybody?
Right.
Hello.
No, but it was such a genuine reaction, like such a typical 13-year-old kid, just like super shy. He's like, Mom, get out.
And I think that's why it's funny, because it's just like he's just trying to like be cool on Twitch.
But you're trying to be cool because of your mama.
Right.
Yeah.
Please, let me walk in and my son tell me to get out. I said, boy, you know why people care about you?
Or
do you know?
do that to me. It was like, Dad, get you unplugged.
Right.
You
Oh my
unplugged it,
gosh.
Dad.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like that, boy.
Stream over.
You guys, when you were in Cuba, you guys got stopped by immigration, right?
Yeah, we got stuff.
I had to pay to get out of the bathroom.
Oh my God.
We sat in immigration for what, about 3 hours?
At least, yeah.
Yes.
So Hugh Grant got stuck by immigration officials. They stopped him and his wife at the London Heathrow Airport. And it's funny because he tweeted this all out. He tweeted that he just came through Heathrow with his wife and children. We all have the same last name on our passports. Immigration officer engaged with his children and like a little chit chat whispers and all that stuff. And they were asking, is this your mom? Is this your dad?
Yeah, they asked
like,
that, yeah.
All these creepy things. But I guess the immigration officials thought that he looked like a sex trafficker.
Oh,
Really?
no.
They thought that for a second, like maybe he could be sex trafficking these kids, and they were like, no, these are actually his kids. So,
Really?
yeah. Him and his
Wow.
wife, they have a 12, 9, and 7-year-old, and obviously they were like,
Every time me and my son travel, because we look nothing alike,
Yeah.
they ask him, they said, what's your name? And who's this gentleman?
yeah,
He's my dad.
yeah.
Okay,
so
go through.
If he
people
ever
were
gets
just
mad at
like,
you, he'd be like, I don't know.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I thought you were my kid. I'm sorry. Now figure it out.
I don't know. He grabbed me in the bathroom.
yeah, there's
Figure
no
it
time
out.
for jokes whenever you get stopped like that for immigration. But I could see some kid trying to be like a smart
Oh,
ass and
yeah.
then being
They
like,
don't play
well,
that.
Yeah, so Hugh's 64 years old, and obviously his kids are a lot, like
Yeah,
very, very young.
exactly.
And so, like, they were kind of just like questioning, why do you have such young kids for for being 64?
Oh, they looking at him going, boy, you ain't do that. You ain't do that. Who you lying to? All right. What have we been doing? It's been a long weekend. We want to tell you all about it next on Johnny's House. 6:18. It is Monday morning. You are listening to Johnny's House. You felt the heat yesterday?
Yes.
It's back. But we're gonna have a cool front coming through for a couple days, and then it's gonna be hot forever. Partly cloudy. The high of 89 is 72 right now. Man, I had one of those weekends that just kept going. Friday night, I played poker for UCP, their poker gala. Didn't do that well. The best I got all night was 2 queens. The cards just weren't dropping. They just weren't dropping. I did 3 buy-ins, and at that point, I'm like,
really?
Yes, 3.
Wow.
You know, and
like, it's for the kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody says when you do a buy-in. The buy-in is when you buy more chips so you can stay in the game.
Right.
And that's how they most of the time they make the money. I did 3, and I'm like, you know what? All in. Bam, I ain't win. Bye. And then Saturday night they had their big gala, and I won their Champion for Children award. And I was stunned I was telling Brian that I was the last one to get an award, and everyone that came up, they had this video award that was talking about the person that was receiving the award. And I'm like, I ain't got no video. I'm sitting in my chair going, I guess the guy just going to talk about me because I don't.
Because I didn't turn in the video.
Nobody told me. I work with y'all every day. Nobody told me about no damn video. So I'm sitting there, and the guy goes, you can stand right there and watch. I'm like, watch what? And it was Brian and Ray and Carmen from Baby DJ who was talking. I heard they asked Mark Jane, but he didn't do it. So, bro, you're going to get a text from me today.
He said, who's Johnny?
He wouldn't say that.
I'm sure he was at Paris Fashion Week.
He was, actually.
So
Yeah.
that's why.
I'm flying to Paris today. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're going to hear from me today, player. And then yesterday got up really early and went out to Bloomingdale's for Runway to Hope. It's their bash where we're dressing. I know the kid that I'm going to walk with, and he picked out a nice outfit. When I was, you know me, you know why I was steering him.
Right.
To the polo.
Of course. He didn't want to do polo?
No, but I bought him this really nice varsity polo jacket.
Okay.
And he said, what's this for? Because I need you to wear it. I want you to have this.
I need you to wear it.
Oh, he going to wear it that night. I said, now, that's your, you're going to have 2 outfit change.
Right.
That one's yours. You wear that, but. And his mom was like, really? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like the last run when y'all come out.
Throw
on the
I
jacket
love
or
it.
It's
something.
a beautiful jacket, man. I asked him, hey, y'all got that in grown man size? Like, no. Ray, how was yours?
It was good. Friday, we went over to the sideline, food and
Yeah,
wine.
I saw the photos.
Wine and dine. And yeah, it was so
Did
much fun.
y'all take full advantage of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all walked out of there.
I do. I mean, I didn't get drunk.
No.
I saw some people drunk, but
Okay.
I didn't get drunk.
So it was really cool to see all like the different food companies and
Yeah.
breweries and all that stuff. And the listeners were coming up to us.
Real pours
but-
or small pours?
Depends on which
Both.
one you stopped at.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a little mixture of both.
Okay,
And then I also woke up early Saturday morning to go to Bloomingdale's for Runway to
For the
Hope.
bash? Yes,
Yeah, and
I
the girl
heard.
that I was shopping with, she got everything done. She got fairy hair,
Yeah,
her
the fairy
eyelashes.
hair.
I made sure she got her nails. I made sure she got everything done.
Nice.
So it was really, really cute. And then after that, just had a little pool day with my friends and did nothing yesterday.
They had Gatorland out there, and
Yeah.
the kid I was like, yeah, and they said, Johnny, y'all don't even know me. I don't mess with them reptiles.
Yeah.
I don't mess with them. Look at this snake. Yeah, you can look at
wonderful.
all that snake you want to. Brian, how was yours?
It was cool. So we did the sideline wine and dine thing. That was pretty fun. And then we just did low-key pool days at my house all weekend because, my wife and I have been...
Well, I mean, you decorated. You've done it. You've redone the whole thing.
We turned the backyard into the Grimes All-Inclusive Resort.
There you go.
So we had some friends that came over on Saturday and just
Yeah.
hung out. And we ended up hanging out until like 10:30 at night because
Really?
then all the lights come on and it's majestic in my
Now,
backyard.
at that
Oh, yeah.
point, do you tell them to go home or they just know it's time to leave?
No, I mean we just kind of it goes about by its own fruition.
Okay.
So it just kind of gets to that point where it's
Yeah.
it's getting late.
Yeah.
We're gonna head out. Okay, cool.
Okay,
No
okay,
big deal.
good.
And they live close by, so
Okay.
it's not that big of a deal. And then we went and did the same thing on Sunday.
Wow.
different set of friends. I mean, we have open invitations. So
Yeah.
like whoever wants to come comes.
No, that's
and we just
beautiful.
hung out. So got some sun, hung out in the backyard, and our goal was to do our backyard and not go out and spend a bunch of money drinking. So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
Okay.
It was pretty nice. We did find a little agua fresca stand that we went and hit up twice.
I'm just trying to figure out how you just find a little stand on the side of the road.
I tell you.
Drove by.
My
and
wife
stopped.
was driving that way to put a real estate sign in someone's yard.
Yes.
She came back by and she had bought one and she's like, oh my God, it's the most amazing thing ever. So we went back and we bought more. And so now I got to try to work it out to where I can buy just gallon jugs of it. So
Is that good?
It has actual real fruit in it.
Uh-huh.
It's a dude that just does it out of the back of his truck. It's so good, man.
Now, the biggest off-the-street market was on the corner of L.B. McLeod and Kirkman. That's where you can get the carpet, the lilies,
Yeah.
the turtles, boiled peanuts.
Yep.
What else?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Did you say turtles?
Yeah.
Yes, baby turtles. Yes.
Shrimp. And then Valentine's Day, boy.
Yes, the
balloons
balloons.
with stuffed animals inside.
Yeah.
You know exactly what
Hell
I'm
yeah,
talking
baby.
about.
See, that's what I told. I tried to tell this guy. We had a little language barrier, me and Carlos.
Yes.
That he's really selling himself short. He's on the back road in the cut. I'm like, man,
No,
you
you
need to
gotta
get
get
your
out.
product to the people.
Yes.
This stuff's delicious.
Yes. Little did he know he sold it to you, and you're sitting there advertising. You know, hey man, where is that place?
Look, it's on Avalon Road. I'll tell y'all, he didn't give me no money. I paid full price, and I tipped him really well.
This
There
is a
you
new
go.
marketing team right here.
It was that good?
Dude, I'm telling you.
some in.
When I go this week, I'm
Okay.
going this weekend. When I go this weekend, I will get
Okay.
a one for everybody.
Okay.
It's so
Sweet.
good.
Okay, cool.
Nerese, how was yours?
Very eventful. I got the chance to hang out with you guys Friday for the sideline wine dine. I had so much fun. I
You
cannot
didn't hang out with me. I wasn't there.
there. I know, bro. We did. We missed you too.
Did
Obviously,
y'all pour any out for me? I bet you didn't.
Hey, Nerese didn't pour any out for anyone.
What do you mean?
I started getting away from her. She goes, I'm getting drunk. I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be
I
around for
wasn't
this.
driving.
I don't need to be around for this.
I wasn't driving, and I had such a good time because we were doing the Rap City musical bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a wild turnout that was because I brought my friend. He's on the hype team for the Solar Bears.
Uh-huh.
So when we won at the end, he's like, you can only get this prize if you can do the nay nay because that was the last song.
Oh, of course
Not
you did
only
it.
did he break it down because you were not expecting it from
Yeah.
this, lack of a better term, this Caucasian man who just ripped the stage.
That's racist. but go
So
ahead.
much fun. Listen, I'm just speaking from
Go
the
ahead.
heart. No, but it was
Your
so
heart's
much
racist,
fun. It was so much fun. And just getting the chance to hang out with you guys, it was
Yeah.
a lot of bonding time there.
Yeah.
The next day, I woke up early to do a little bit of work, so I had to come to the studio. But you guys know the power was down.
Yeah.
We were running through generators. I had to go through upstairs
Oh,
and
yeah, the
face
back.
my fears.
Oh, yeah.
It's just pure darkness.
They told you, did you read the email?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
okay. It said everything gonna be dark.
Yeah.
But
Ain't no
it didn't hit
computers.
me.
And they said if you ain't got to be here, stay on.
Yeah.
It was like a storm day. Stay home.
Yeah, it was one of those where it was like, wait, the elevator doesn't work. There's no light in the staircase.
Then
I
you
have
did
to go
not read that
3 flights.
email, did it?
The email told you all
Like,
of
it
that.
didn't hit me until I got here. I was like, ugh. So I had to go 3 flights up
Yep.
within this darkness by myself.
yeah.
So, but I did work in the morning. I went
Yeah.
to Kissimmee for the Floor and Decor grand opening. I haven't spoken that much Spanish in a minute. I was like, next time you guys do
Good.
anything at Kissimmee, bring me out.
Oh yeah, for sure. So it was a
Did-
good time. Very good. You get some
Yeah.
rest in though.
Yes, I did. Yesterday I did a lot of me time. Got my nails done. I hung out, got food, and just treated myself to a me day.
Very good. We come back. When did something happen? You said, I know this gonna get me in trouble. We're gonna talk about it. It's Monday morning at Johnny's house. 6:37. It is Monday. It is Johnny's house. I saw that movie with SZA in it yesterday. I was just I need to see just a dumb movie. It was one of them days.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty bad.
It was bad.
Narice, you said you liked it, didn't you? You're over there quiet.
Which no,
the SZA.
You did. You said it was one of the best movies you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
One of them days.
It was, yeah.
It
Yes.
was called Narice.
Yes.
It was so stupid.
But it's good. It's like one of those where it's like you just put it on and you just.
And that's,
it's good.
Yeah.
What? You didn't like it like that?
No,
Then it's not for you.
I watched it. I'm like, okay, I see where y'all trying to go with it. I get it.
I'm a big fan of Kiki too.
Yeah. It's I think it's now on. It's on Netflix now, and I watched it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, 6:38, partly cloudy, high of 89. It's 72. So what happened on Saturday Night Live Saturday night, Brian?
So they were doing the weekend update. And they had someone come out, and she was basically giving her opinion on like some of the Congress type stuff.
Okay.
And she was talking about Cory Booker and the filibuster.
Yeah.
And she said that it got too long, got tired. Then she goes, "I had my filibusters," talking about guys. And then she goes, "Because men ain't," and she held the mic up, and the audience all yelled the S word, and it was live
On Saturday Night Live, really?
on the East Coast because they couldn't edit it.
Yeah.
Because it's live, obviously. And she's like, "Ooh, y'all gonna get fired for that." And she's like, "Lauren gonna be mad because they're gonna fine."
Yes.
So she basically said, "Look, we know at this point we're in trouble."
Yeah.
But it was part of the deal. But she didn't expect the audience to yell it back, and they all did.
Wow. I mean, how you gonna throw a live mic out and say, and everybody know the word that comes out, the men ain't?
Men ain't. You know what they're gonna say.
What are they gonna say? Men ain't kind sometimes. No, they're not gonna shout that out.
Right.
They know exactly.
Oh, they all yelled it. It was loud.
So when did something happen and you thought, well, we're going to get in trouble for this? Every Wednesday we do adult conversations.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday. Last Wednesday was kind of rough, boy. I'm just like, when we finished, I'm like, yeah, we probably going to get flagged for that one. So at this point in my mind, I'm going, okay, so what am I going to say? Because I know what I'm going to say. Y'all told me to do this.
Yeah.
So we did this, and now you're mad. But I just knew it. But no. It wasn't. Ray, when did something happen you just knew that you're going to get in trouble?
I feel like sometimes the things that I do say, especially during adult conversation, but I think that I used to be very open with posting on social media.
Yeah.
And even when I was just like really drunk and posting to my stories, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm going to get in trouble for this just because I was acting like, belligerent.
Yes. It was one Halloween. It was an old boss, B-Mac, and we were just hanging out, and I was dating my ex-wife at the time, and we were just hanging out, drinking and laughing, and before you know it, the lights came on in the place, and I was like, yo, dude, what time is it? I think it's 3:30.
Oh, my God.
3:30?
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And then on Halloween, you ain't getting no Uber or Lyft.
No.
It ain't happening.
Absolutely not.
I was like, yeah, I'm in trouble. Brian, how about you?
After just about every meeting we have, I think to myself, well, I'm going to get in trouble for that.
That's true.
I tend to speak freely.
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
And I think some people take what I say more seriously than I take what I say. I was telling my wife this last night. We had a conversation at my house, and to me, like, I'm just talking. Like, I don't really mean it as much as they think I mean it.
Yeah.
It's just the way I talk. And so I think people take what I say way more seriously than the way I mean it.
Yeah.
So just about every time I get into a conversation with someone, I leave going, well, that's going to get me in trouble.
What happens on the big ones is I'll get a text, is B okay?
Yes.
And I'll text, you need to ask B. You ask me that? You're always going to get that. Is Ray okay? Mm-hmm. You need to ask Ray.
And 99.9% of the time, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't as serious to me as it came out. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. And Narice, when did you do something, you said, I'm going to get in trouble for this?
Do you remember last year when I was like doing some recordings like on a commercial break and Brian, you like stepped out for a second and I was recording my spot, but Johnny, you and I were having a conversation in the background and it was on the it was live over the actual commercials. Brian came racing in here. He's like, what did you do?
Because you said the F word. I dumped it.
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
There was some sort of
something
vulgarity.
Yes. And it had to be dumped.
Yeah, something happened. And I was like, well, I'm going to get in trouble for that.
Here's the thing. If we can shut something down in this room, it shuts down.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it goes outside the room,
Right.
It's
and
on
nothing
me.
we can do.
I made my bed.
We do that. We look out for each other. We shut it down in here.
That's why I didn't bring up last week.
It's crazy how like things you have to be very careful around here because it's live.
It is live.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. During commercial breaks, I speak freely.
Yes.
I do. And it's usually to get a laugh out of each other. So we say things that we normally would never say on the air because we keep the energy high by saying stupid stuff to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff Ray said, Lord have mercy. Last week, I was like, Ray!
I've gotten better.
Do you remember what she said last week?
I mean, last week was just,
I was like, Ray!
I do recall. It's usually vulgar towards me.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was. And I always say, and I'm the mean one.
It's all in love.
It is. It is. There's no anger behind it. But I was like, oh! If the mic was on, we'd all just go home. I want to find out, when did you say something to do something you said, man, I'm going to get in trouble for this. I got a pair of tickets. See Crime Junkies Podcast Live. It's Friday, April 18th, Audition Financial Arena. It's a huge podcast. It's going to be here. If you'd like to go, you got to tell us when you did something you thought, man, I'm going to get in trouble for this one. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. The XL Mobile is always there to text. That's 41067. Live stream, social media. We want to hear from you. Wake up. It is Monday. When did you do something you thought, I'm going to get in trouble for this? We're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to Crime Junkie Podcast Live, but you got to call us right now on Johnny's House. 6:53, it is Johnny's House. It's Monday. Rise and shine. Let's make it happen. Partly cloudy. 89 is the high. They say gusty Wednesday up to 28 miles an hour. And it's going to be 72. It's 72 right now. All right, Saturday Night Live say they're in trouble because they said men ain't throughout the mic, and the crowd just said the S word. Man, so that's how y'all think of men. Dang, just like that. It was in unison.
I mean, it was the punchline to her joke that she's had her fill of busters.
Really? So that's how people really think that they can sink that in? Like somebody said, women ain't.
That's right.
Women ain't nice sometimes.
There you go.
I don't think I just yell out the S word.
No, I'd say ain't appreciative. But that's me. We wouldn't get fined for that.
Yeah. So I want to find out when did something happen. You say, I knew we gonna get in trouble. From Apopka, Tasha. Good morning. Well, that means me pushing the button. There we go. Hey, Tasha, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So when did you say, somebody gonna get in trouble for this?
So I work in HR, and one of my employees was just known for calling corporate. She was upset this one day. She never liked me anyway. But she was upset this one day, and she goes, well, I'm calling corporate, and instinctively, it was just that day I had enough, and I told her, I said, well, go ahead. You probably have the number on speed dial. And
you told her.
It came out my mouth. I told her. I was like, oh, Lord, I'm going to get in trouble for that.
Wait. You think you're going to get... What you said is tame around here.
Yeah, right?
You said, you probably got him on speed dial. And then you said, I'm going to get in trouble for that?
Yeah, because being HR, you can't say that.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Raise HR around here?
Yeah, I threaten it all the time.
Really? How big is your company?
The one I was working for, I had about 300 employees.
And you got 300 employees, and this person was calling corporate?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Whenever she was upset, she would call corporate.
But you're HR.
I know. And she would bypass me every time and call corporate. And I'm like, I can just tell you the same thing corporate's going to say. Or where do you think the direction came from? It came from corporate. I'm not making this stuff up. And
then you said, you probably got him on speed dial.
Yeah.
You could hear it in your voice.
Yes.
The HR in her.
Yeah, you can. And she goes, oh, my God, I'm gonna get in trouble. So, Tasha, this is corporate. Did you really say you're probably going to have him, on speed dial? We need to fly you to corporate. We got to talk about this. You hold on a second. Anything over there?
XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland in Iraq. Need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Well, this one's definitely going to get you in trouble.
Okay.
I kissed my wife's best friend, then divorced my wife and married her best friend.
Oh, my goodness.
See, this is why they say men ain't, and they yell out the S word.
There it is right there. There it is.
Corey in Sanford.
Call him out.
Now, he wrote his name on there. That means you want me to say it.
I saw it.
But that didn't get you in trouble. You divorced the person and got with the other. You just want to tell your story for the radio.
Get you in trouble with.
Well, yeah, it's done.
The universe with karma.
It's over now.
Yeah.
But the kissing of the wife's best friend, I'm assuming, got you in trouble.
A little bit.
Tosh, you got a pair of tickets to see Crime Junkie Podcast live Friday the 18th edition, Financial Arena. Ray.
Did you see the accusations against Russell Brand?
Oh, yeah. It's big. Coming up on Johnny's House.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so the latest allegations, this is for Russell Brand.
Yeah, this is huge, man. It's exploded over the weekend.
So over the weekend, they were talking about how he is being reported to be facing 1 count of rape, 1 indecent assault, 2 sexual assaults following an 18-month investigation. So they investigated him from all these allegations that was made by 4 women.
Okay.
So 4 women are part of this investigation. And he broke his silence over the weekend. He said, "I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and but he was like, he goes on and on and on. He talks about how he was not a rapist. He also posted a video on his Instagram with his response as a caption saying, I've never engaged in non-consensual activity.
Yeah.
I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. He said, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court. So he is going to go to court and defend himself.
Oh, yeah.
So he's very grateful for that. But these alleged incidents were reported from 1999 to 2005.
How did they all come out at one time? Did somebody, go first and then somebody say, that happened to me? Or did they just happen to all go to the police in different places at the same time?
I don't know. Because
Or did they know each other?
Yeah, I don't know. Because this was in London's Metropolitan Police Force is where this all went down. So I don't know if one came forward and then they kind of investigated people and was like, yes, that was me too. Yes, that was me too. That could have been it. But we don't know. We don't know when this is actually going to take place in court, but he's going to be defending himself.
Okay. He's been pretty open about how low he's been in the past. So I don't think anyone's shocked. At the same time, he's like, I didn't do it the way they said I did it. I did all of these things, but it wasn't a forced situation.
Yeah. And
kind of what Diddy's saying too, though. So we'll see. I mean, they're going to investigate, and he'll have a chance to defend himself. I don't know how court system works over there.
Yeah, I don't know either. Fire Festival 2.0. Let's talk about it.
What is it to talk about, Ray? Please tell me what is it to talk about.
That Billy McFarland is claiming that is still happening. Remember,
but they don't
I told
have a place.
you. I know. I told you that Playa del Carmen in Mexico. The whole government was like, nah, this is not happening here. This is not going down in Mexico. And basically now he's saying that Billy McFarland, that they backstabbed him. The Mexican officials backstabbed him. And the government, I guess, posted on X giving their blessing and support. And then they kind of backpedaled and they were like, oh, no, this is not happening here.
You know why? It's all about money. Somebody didn't come up with the right. If he came out with the right dollar amount, they'd be like, absolutely, come on up here.
Yeah, so he's saying the government is lying completely. And at this point, we're not doing any event there. And they're planning on taking it somewhere else.
Well, I'm going to throw this out here. They need to call over at the Central Florida Fairground. They have some great concerts there. The people there are local. They seem like, they like music. They have a nice little amphitheater in the back. And if you want to camp out, they got plenty of places to throw a camp on the ground.
And what'd you get with that $1 million bidding ticket?
We got to work on that one, because
there's not anything tropical or exotic about
because he was promising
area.
yachts and stuff.
Yeah.
Waterfront and all that business.
But Billy posted his documentation alleging that there was paperwork that had been filed with the city. There was email communication with officials and even receipts of costly payments submitted to secure their various permits.
None of that makes any sense, bro. This is the second time you've done this. It makes no sense.
And you still got no lineup.
Yeah.
I know.
I bet it's because no one knows where it is. So as a band, I can't say, sure, I'll be there because I don't know where it is.
What about that little park that people go and watch the rockets go up over in Cocoa?
Oh, it was like Jetty Park or something
Jetty Park. Go up Jetty Park. They got a
little spot.
Look, you can camp out there.
Call Coconuts over in Cocoa Beach.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to help the man.
We can hook him up with Howie DeRoe and his brother.
There you go.
They can set him up in their new spot.
Oh, how about the place that we broadcast from? It's I don't know the name of it now. It's next to that little tiny house, but now they got a pool.
In Sanford.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cabanas or something?
Yeah. It's Cabana Live. Yeah,
Cabana Live. Yeah,
Cabana Live.
That'd be a good spot. Yeah.
Anyways, there's a lot at stake because Fire Festival 2, he's still saying that there's going to be real music professionals, real artists. We just don't know where.
But he can do it there and just have all cover bands.
Right.
Bring things down a bit. You're going to have to refund some money.
A lot of money.
But it can make it a whole day of cover bands.
Yeah. Now I'm with you.
All day. And then sell the cabanas for like $25,000, $30,000.
I can sign them up with my friends, Molly Ringwalds. They'd probably come back down for that. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
At least
Rocket
get some
Flies
good
local.
food.
They're good.
Yeah, you can get some good food. I'm just saying.
They can get that Bon Jovi cover band, Slippery When Wet.
Yes.
That guy's really good.
I think it'd be great. All day cover bands. And then you can just, on the headline, you said, Bon Jovi cover band. if you read closely,
We'll just call them tribute bands. It sounds
We
better.
should create this festival.
Yeah, tribute bands.
And
Yeah.
instead
We'll spell it different.
Yes. FIRE Fire Festival.
Or we'll just change it to Fry Festival. We'll have French fries too.
Oh.
I like this.
Look, we got a pretty good idea. I'm
You know what
telling
I'm saying?
you, we have something like one of those festivals, but they're all cover band. We
Yeah.
can have a Ja Rule cover band.
Yeah.
Can I go in there too?
Yeah.
Put me on the list.
You can put me on the
No,
list.
you're not a cover band.
She can do the opening.
Well,
There you
technically
go.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need you to be like
Yes.
Bon Jovi looks like Bon
Yes.
Jovi.
Okay,
we need
okay.
you to be like something. You can't just go sing some songs because then I can do it. It's karaoke.
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty good idea.
You can sing in the parking lot as people come in.
Okay, I'll take it. Sounds fire.
as we hand out cheese sandwiches.
Our tickets won't be $1 million, believe me that. What's trending's on the way on Johnny's House? Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, on Orlando's #1 hit music station. It's XL 1067. It is 710, partly cloudy, and 89 is our high. 28-mile-an-hour winds, and it is 72. Nerese, what's trending?
Well, first of all, happy 407 Day
407,
Orlando.
yeah.
Yes, we love you so much. Today's our day. Take the time to celebrate our city beautiful.
Okay.
Also, for those of you who went or go to Rollins College, happy Fox Day.
Yeah, that may not mean anything to anybody, but Rollins, that's a big thing.
Yes, this is a tradition that happened back in May 17th, 1956, when President Hugh McKean at the time canceled classes and placed a fox statue on campus to kick off a fun day.
And that's the thing, you don't know until you get to campus and you see the fox there.
Yeah.
And then there's no classes, I think.
I found out because on Instagram that it just had a picture, like a video of a fox, and it said Happy Fox Day, and they have a webcam of the fox on campus.
And you just walk down, it's like, what? And they say, enjoy the day.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things happening today on campus, like picnics, bounce houses. You can even get involved with their social media. You can get the full details at rollins.edu.
We should have, we're coming up with all these creative ideas.
Today's creative day.
Happy Mike Day. So when you come in the building and you open the elevator, if there's a mic there, you can have the day.
We get to go home?
You get to go home.
Sweet. Let's go.
Are we going to have bounce houses in the parking lot?
We need like a random animal, like they got a fox. We need like a hippopotamus or something.
Yeah.
Like a seal.
All right, go ahead.
Also, a big shout out to our Osceola Magic. They are headed to the NBA G League Finals after defeating the Maine Celtics 135-122 at home. Also, shout out to the Johnny's House listener that won tickets to that game.
Mm-hmm.
They were on ESPNU last night. I was like,
really?
oh, look at them on national TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, UCF was on yesterday, too.
Yeah.
They didn't win, though.
The win was led by Mac McClung's franchise record, 42 points. And now with the win, Osceola holds a record of 22-12 and advanced to the G League's final for the second time in franchise history. We will be hosting Game 1 of Best of 3 series on Tuesday, 8 p.m. at the Osceola Heritage Park.
We need to come out and represent, man. They made it to the championship. We got to represent. Maybe if we get tickets, we'll definitely hand them out.
And I think the Magic clinched the play-in
they did.
at least.
If
so
nothing else.
They're definitely in the play-in. They're only 4 games out of just being in the playoffs.
Okay.
But there's only like 5 or 6 games left, so it's going to be tight.
Oh, congratulations, man. All right, we need to wake people up. It's been a long weekend, and people need to wake up, and we do this with a hype song. This is a song that we haven't played in the past, but when you hear it, it makes you feel good. It makes you smile. It makes you dance. It just takes your mind away, and we need to do that on a Monday morning, so we need to find out what your hype song and today. If we like your song, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets. See, the Jonas Brothers, that is right. The Jonas Brothers coming to town Sunday, October 26th, the Kia Center. You don't have to buy tickets because we will give them to you.
And the All-American Rejects are opening for them.
Which is crazy. But all we got to do is special edition of hype songs that we've never heard before on the air. I don't mean, don't find some beat track. I don't mean that. I mean, we haven't played that hype song before. If you have one, share it with us now. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. We get back, we'll all get hyped together on Johnny's House. Yeah, go ahead. We need to retire that song for a little while.
Well, it's going to be chilly tomorrow, Johnny.
That's right, Brian. Neighborhood and sweater weather. 726 Johnny's house. 89 is a high. Raise still 72, ma'am.
It is, yes.
72 and partly cloudy and breezy today. All right, I may have made a mistake. And I'm man enough to know that I've made a mistake when I've made a mistake. I did say this is the hype song, and it has to be something that we haven't played on the air. Now, when I said that, I meant like we play the same hype song over and over again, Get Low, or songs like that.
Yeah.
So I said not those songs, but I guess they heard me say something weird because I ain't heard none of these.
You've heard the Metallica one, you just don't know it.
I just don't know it.
Yeah.
Okay. And we got some Jonas Brother tickets, so I'm going to be hyped with this one, or not hyped for the very first time. Now, I do tell you, we love the fact that kids listen to our show, and sometimes parents, you nudge your kids to call in, and that means that you have to talk and they repeat what you say. We love for them to go ahead and speak for themselves, but if the song ain't hyped, what am I supposed to do? Learning lesson today. From DeLand, Bella, good morning.
Good morning.
And how old are you, Bella?
I'm 10.
10 years old. Now, Bella, did you decide to do this on your own, or were you encouraged by your parents?
On my own.
On your own. And this is your hype song, Bella. When 10-year-old Bella said, you know what, I need to get hyped for a song, this is your song.
Yep.
All right. So what is this song, Bella?
It's Family. It gets me hyped because my dad always plays it at barbecues and road trips.
Okay, this is the song that the family plays to get hyped at barbecues, and the name of the song is
Family.
Family, and the name of the group.
It's Marshall, Montana.
There's a few people on it.
Oh, okay. All right, Bella, we're gonna get hyped with you. Y'all ready to get hyped? Let's do this. Hold on.
Now there's
all right, here we go.
A minute ride up, so I had to get past a little bit of that, or we'll be here all day.
All right, we're gonna get hyped, y'all. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh.
Boom blast. Viking.
Hey.
We don't roll alone. So anyway that we go, you feel I'm moving every with me. When we come to we mash and fun.
I like it.
Hey, Bella.
Yep.
Tell your dad I want to get invited to the barbecue.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like
Let him
carnival
know.
music.
Let him know I want to come to the barbecue, Bella. You hold on a second. All right, I was wrong. All right, let's go back to Orlando this time and talk to Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine, you there?
Hello.
Hey, Jasmine, how are you?
Good. How are you?
And how old are you, Jasmine?
Me, I am 38.
I thought you were going to say 13.
I know.
Same.
You sound so
Holy
young.
cow.
30. You ain't 38. When were you born? What year?
87.
Okay, all right. So listen, what is your hype song?
Well, it was actually supposed to be my daughter, but she had to go to school.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I got you.
Work. It's actually my hype song. I chose one, so it's Work from ATs.
Okay, ATs. All right, we're going to play a little bit, see if we can get hype with you. Because little Bella killed it with that family. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Again, a little bit of a ride up, so I had to fast forward a little bit.
There we go. Yeah!
Gotta work, gotta make that money, make
Yep.
purse.
Oh!
So I make it purr.
What?
Give 'em a flash when they see me burn. Gotta work, gotta make that money, make purse. Gotta work, so I make it purr. Gotta get this credit, gotta work. Yo! 눈 뜨면 착착 준비되는 golden plate. 이제 도착 LA to Tokyo.
Come on.
밖에 고르시는 classic car. 내가 움직이면
All right. I like it.
You can still win tickets to CATs, by the
Yes.
way,
Yeah.
XL1067.com.
We gave these away last week.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and from Claremont, is it Cheyenne?
Yes.
And how old are you, Cheyenne?
17.
17 years old, and this is your hype song.
Yes.
All right, what is this song that you like for us to play?
It's Fuel by Metallica.
All right, let me see if I hear this from Fuel by Metallica. All right.
Fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Yeah!
I want to do WJRR, the rock station.
Wow. I was blown. Okay, those are very good. All right.
Perfect.
This is going to be a good little vote here. They were all very good songs. Okay, number one is Lil Bella with and then you have Jasmine with a tease with Work, and then you have Cheyenne, number 3, with Metallica. On the count of 3, I need y'all to vote. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man, another time. We ran out of time, too.
Should probably just stop doing that.
When we tie it, should be the one nobody votes for.
Yeah. There you go.
If that's the case, then Cheyenne, congratulations! You got no votes, but you won. And,
oh my goodness!
Yes, got yourself a pair of tickets to the Jonas Brothers Sunday, October 26th at the Kia Center. The fact that your song was so bad, you won. How about that?
I liked it.
How about that? How about that?
First runner-up for me.
There you go. You hold on a second. She's like, I can't believe I won either. Jonas Brothers coming. You're gonna win. All right, we're gonna talk about your kids and their after-school activities on Johnny's House. $7:35. It is a Monday morning, and you are listening to Johnny's House as you get prepared to go back to work or back to school today. It's going to be partly cloudy with the high of 89. It is 72, and they say some gusty winds today. Ray, where were you at when you were talking to this lady about her weekend? Or were you overhearing somebody's conversation?
I overheard her conversation. She was talking to another mom. Yeah.
No, you ain't had nothing to do with that conversation.
Nothing.
You were just sitting there minding your business saying, let me listen.
Yeah. So I heard her talking about her schedule and how she's so busy. Her daughter had dance Sunday, Monday. She had music on Wednesday. She had tennis on Thursday, Friday. So it was like literally every single day her daughter had something after school. And I was just like, holy moly. I thought that it was like hard for me because I have somebody that plays softball. I have a child that plays baseball. And so I thought I was running around a lot.
Wow. You know, in the beginning, you want to get your kids involved in as many things you want to see what they latch on to. When Alex was young, I tried him in every sport. He's a dad, I like books.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when they're like vocal, when they can tell you that, that's great.
Yes. But a lot of it, I hear from parents like, yeah, when we travel ball on the weekends, we got cheering on this, that, and the other. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So yours is what? What do you have?
So like today, we have softball and baseball practice.
Now, what if they happen at the same time?
They do. And they're on 2 different fields. So, like, if anything, then I'll drop, like, Sienna off at the softball, and then I'll go with Leo to his baseball, or, like, vice versa, or, you know, the other mom.
Because they all want to see mom there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, like, Missy will go to one, and I'll go to the other one.
And you stay for practice, right?
Yes, and we stay for practice.
I always did that. I always stayed for practice.
I stayed. I sit in the car.
No, I just liked watching it.
I like watching it, too.
Yeah. Now, Brian, when your son was at his peak of doing those things, what did you have?
He only did football.
Okay.
But football was every day.
Yeah.
So we had to go to football practice every day. And then Saturday, before he got to high school, was Saturdays, and that sometimes was like an hour and a half away for a game. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then when he got to high school, practice was every day, but the game was just one night a week.
Yeah.
So that wasn't bad. But when he was younger, he was doing acting. So auditions were random.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they took 20 minutes, and sometimes they took 4 hours.
Yeah.
Just depends.
Me growing up, we had a park. It was probably less than a mile away. I would say maybe less than a half a mile from the house. So when we played baseball or anything like that, you just walked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It was like you walk down and you walk back.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I always mentioned we were bused. So being that you were bused, they had an activity bus that dropped you back off in your neighborhood if you played sports for the school. And my parents worked all the time. I think every now and then they would come in and check out a meet or a game or something like that because they worked all the time. Nerese, what about you growing up?
I mean, I played every sport under the sun. I feel bad for my mom. I was the one that was always doing something from karate to ballet, and then going into middle school, high school.
Y'all rich. Karate and ballet?
Please.
Ooh.
No, it was an after-school program that really helped, underprivileged families.
Yeah.
And so it was the same daycare center where my mom worked at the time. She was a pre-K teacher, so they took up to 5th grade. So any activity there, I was all about it.
Yeah.
And then going into middle school, that's when I started doing basketball. I got into track and field, volleyball, then lacrosse in high school. So I felt bad for my mom. I was always in it doing something.
Man, I remember once I had the activity bus wouldn't take us, and my mom had to take me to special practice. And she was coming home late from work, and she got home late, and I was mad. Mom, I'm going to be in trouble. Son, I just got off work. I know, Mom, but you're supposed to be here at 2:30. It's 2:45, Mom. I'm going to get in trouble. Well, I'll talk to the coach. No, don't talk to the coach, Mom. I got this. When I got older and I became an adult, I apologized to my mom for that.
Yeah, you start to understand.
Yeah, I said, hey, you worked all day.
Yeah.
And then I'm mad at you because you didn't practice and all we did was talk a little bit.
Yeah.
I said, and she didn't remember it. I don't remember that.
I don't think my mom made it to hard. I maybe 1 or 2 games ever in my life because she worked so much.
Had to work, man.
Yeah, so like I would just catch rides.
Yeah, everybody. Somebody knew. The thing was, parents knew who had somebody.
Right.
Hey, your son goes to that, right? You mind if you come by here?
Yeah. And then honestly, like the nights that I had soccer games in high school where she didn't have to work, I was like, I felt bad. I didn't want her to come because
it's your day off.
Get some sleep, lady.
I got you. I want to find out about your kids' after-school activities. I want to find out the person that has the most crazy schedule and that your kids are into. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. We want to talk to you always, but if you can't, you can text. Our XL mobile for texting is 41067 on your phones. Live stream, we want to hear from you. Social media, throw it out there. Parents, you got some crazy schedules for your kids. You want to make sure they get involved with everything. We want to hear the after-school activities, and some of your parents are going to feel good about it because there's some parents out there running every single day. But we won't know unless you call us 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Hit us now on Johnny's House. 7:50 Monday. It is Johnny's house. It's going to be partly cloudy today, a little breezy. They said up to 28 mile an hour wind gusts. 89 is the high, 72 right now. After school activity. Ray overheard a conversation, had nothing to do with it, but she said, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to go ahead and listen to this thing. And she was talking about how busy her life was with her kids and practices and all this stuff. And Ray was saying, damn, that's busy. And still not having anything to do with that conversation.
Nope.
And then brought that conversation on the air. That's what we do around here.
Facts.
So I want to find out from you, how busy is your schedule with your kids after school stuff they have to do? From Orlando, Kevin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Johnny. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Tell us about your schedule with your kids.
Well, I'm blessed now. After 10, 11 years, my daughter was a competitive swimmer. It got pretty hectic right around when she was 8th grade, 9th grade. The high school coach wanted her to swim high school. But I used to spend, in a 24-hour day, I think most of that was spent in a car or around a pool somewhere.
Yep.
My daughter did 2-a-day practices during the school season. She did they did 3 practices during the summer.
Wow.
Morning, afternoon, and evening. They did anywhere from around 2,500 to about 7,500 yards a day. My daughter was in the gym when she got a little bit older. And I spent a lot of my time dropping her off, going back home, getting things ready. Then I had to go back to get her, walk her through her workout and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Her coach was pretty cool about, if I came up with something with the kids or whatever, hey, I was looking at this. And he was, I wasn't that much involved, but I was involved enough to where, hey, if you have a certain goal you want to achieve, I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to make sure you rock this out. So, whatever you do, give it your best. And she
good.
There, man.
Good. I mean,
it cut her dream short of the Olympics, man, but that's okay.
No.
That's all right. That's all right. But it was, yeah, my wife did the schedule one time. She came after, like, she came home in the evening. She gave me a big hug. She said, I will never say anything again. I will never question. I go, okay, cool.
Listen, I always like to compare back in the day to now so that there's a difference. See, now you can sit there with your phone or your tablet or whatever you have and occupy your mind. Back in the day, there was no phone. There was no tablet. You sat there. you sat.
Yep.
You sat there.
You sat there.
If you played, and you and Brian can probably remember this. Remember, after school, if you were on the football team or track team, practice started after school.
After school.
After school. Now they have these year rounds where you practice. It's not just after school. You got to get up. We used to get up at 4:30 in the morning, so she could make it. So we could be at we call it the aquatic center. We used to be at the aquatic center by 5, so that she could go in and practice at 5:30.
Goodness, you hold on a second, Kevin. Yeah, I'm telling you, boy. From Crystal River, Cassidy. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right, we want to hear about those after-school activities.
I called last week about her dance schedule with you guys about her championship, but I wanted to call back and tell you a little bit about it now. So basically, like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, she's there. We're different. We're homeschooled.
Yeah.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, she goes at 9 a.m. She has a break from 12 to 1, which I have to pick her up, sit there with her. Then she goes back in, and she's there till 10 o'clock at night. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Thursday, Friday, she's from 3 to 10 o'clock at night. And then literally every single weekend, we are either hopefully in state for a competition or we are out of state.
And how old is she?
11.
Wow.
Cassidy, it ain't even me. Hold on, it ain't even me. But there's people now, I can feel it. They're judging you.
It's not you.
It ain't even me. No, Ray, it ain't me. But say they're not.
I judge myself. Judge myself.
All right, well, because I just want you to know what the people are saying, not me personally.
No, we listen. We don't judge.
Yeah, we do not judge because that's your house. You handle your house, Cassidy.
It's a lot.
That's right. You want an 11-year-old dancing for 28 hours a day. That's your house.
Yeah. But you know what? It's worth it.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Yes.
And this is a whole dance. Competitive dance is this whole crazy world that you just don't understand unless you're in it.
That's right.
And it is exhausting.
And a lot of people ain't in it, so they need to keep their text messages to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing that. And you know what? When's our next competition?
this weekend.
This weekend, well,
in
let us
Alabama.
Well, let us know how she does, okay? Because now we're invested.
Alabama.
We want to make sure that this child is dancing 28 hours a day, that she is a superstar. So we're gonna follow her career.
Well, I'll tell you, we were just back in Daytona last weekend, and she got literally everything you could win with the highest excellence in technique, first place overall. What a title winner, Miss Next Star.
Listen,
she gets it, so it's worth it.
Cassidy, if I was dancing 18 hours a day, damn it, I'm about to be a superstar too.
Right.
Johnny Magic superstar.
We're gonna have to find a way to monetize this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
How much is this Alabama trip going to take?
There's got to be an
cost you?
end game to this.
Yes.
Like I know a lot of people that put their kids in travel baseball and all that stuff. The end game is Major League Baseball. Now that ain't gonna happen for 99% of them.
Yeah,
but at least there's an
the
end game. Like I need to know what the end game is. Are you gonna be on? So you think that you could dance? What you gonna be on Broadway? What's the end game?
Choreographer.
See, this goes back to what she says. People don't understand the dance world. And we so quick to judge.
Nah.
But people in the dance world know what the end game is. They just ain't shared it with us.
Right, I need to know.
Ray, what they saying over there?
Somebody said we have 5 kids, so we're only home one day a week. Sunday and Friday we are home, but we have speech, baseball, dance, football, and the chaos never ends.
Would it be a bad parent if you lined them up and said, look, we've tried you all out and everything. Brian, you athletic. We don't let you go ahead.
Right.
Nerese, sweetheart, we just can't. We can't.
I got dreams too.
Listen, last year you was on the bench all year.
We'll get you some finger paints or something.
Yeah.
Find something for you to do.
Ray,
This might not be for you.
$400 and you ain't even trying. So let's just
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You
Just
can't
go
even
outside, kids.
You can't even do a cartwheel. You talk about gymnastics.
This girl has a 7-year-old, and Monday and Wednesday have karate, Tuesday soccer, Thursday gymnastics, Saturday soccer games.
Dude, on the XL Mobile, someone said they put 1,000 miles on their car a week.
A week?
Mondays through Saturday, horseback riding, lacrosse, cheer, volleyball, 5.5 hours a day of gymnastics Monday through Friday, and then 2 high school boys in wrestling and football.
Listen, you parents who are doing it, I think that's amazing. I think that's awesome. You found your kids' passion and you dedicate your time behind it. I think that's a beautiful thing, man. And for all of you that are doing that for your kids, I hope they reach the goals and the dreams that they have. I really do. What you looking at now? You look kind of shocked.
I just, that
was a lot.
I thought I was tired.
Now you're not.
No.
Ray's okay.
I said, out of this household, we either better get like a Kentucky Derby jockey. We better get a WWE superstar. We better get something.
I'm like, listen, son, I know you're 9, but listen, Daddy got this little contract. This states that if you get any money, I get paid first. I know the best handwriting you can.
Right, just some upfronts. These are like the advances record labels give. See,
Dad, I was 8 when I signed it. That's okay.
That's fine.
Ray, what's going on, girl?
A little update on the Diddy situation.
There's
and
another one.
Would you say he's an A-lister?
Yes.
Is
yes.
coming out with
Yeah,
accusations?
I mean, at least by name, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, on the way on Johnny's house.
up in just 3 minutes.
What's up? It's SZA.
BMF. XL 1067. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so these recent allegations against Diddy come from Terrence Howard. So this is back.
I've seen him being interviewed. Is he in a movie or something coming up? Because I've seen him being interviewed.
So he was on a podcast when he did this.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was promoting or if he was just on.
Because usually, celebrities that are starting to do interviews, they're promoting something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess Diddy's stepson, Quincy Brown, was supposed to be on Empire, which obviously Terrence Howard is like one of the big actors for that show.
Yeah.
But I guess Diddy banned his son from taking up that role because they wanted to sign over his music rights, like Fox did.
Yeah.
So like there was a problem there. But then Terrence Howard does this podcast, and he is basically saying that there was a phase years ago when Diddy relentlessly invited him, requesting him to be his acting coach. But on the occasions that the actor fulfilled his request and went over to help him, he finally was like, "Fine, Diddy, I'll come over there." And Diddy would just be sitting and looking at him. Then Diddy would allegedly request to hear his music, but even when Terrence Howard, would do so.
Am I supposed to be acting player?
Yeah, he would just sit there and look at him. And since it kind of made him nervous, Terrence Howard, he turned to his assistant to understand what was happening, and his assistant's alleged response, apparently, Diddy needing an acting coach was all a fake thing. He just allegedly was trying to get with him. Yeah, so obviously the information bothered him, and he claims that he broke all ties with Diddy, making it his last visit to Diddy's. That was his last and final one. So
I mean, we've said something like this before. I mean, if he's done that, he ain't the first one he's done that with.
No, yeah.
With the premise of I want you to teach me to act. Now act like you my lover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Terrence Howard went in on this podcast.
Did he
He was
really?
talking about how some of your favorite celebrities gave up their man card in the name of success.
A lot of people say that.
His big thing is once you give it up, that's it. He's like, you come into this life as a man with one opportunity to hold on to your man card. When you decide to give it to someone, it's cool, but you're fluid now.
Yeah.
In the name of success.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the word gets out. This is what.
I mean, Wendy Williams has told us about this.
Everybody.
Cat Williams has
Yes.
told us about this. So
Yes.
it's kind of like,
Yeah, it's kind of it's an understood in the industry gatekeeper.
Yeah.
All right, you're at this level. How did somebody say he said, okay, what are you willing to do for success? Oh, I'm willing to work hard. No. What are you really willing to do?
Yeah,
And
so
at that point, you're.
I mean, he obviously was just saying that Diddy had been desperately denying everything against him and all that stuff. But Terrence Howard continued. He said, "I lost a lot of businesses because he doesn't bend over that way."
Yeah.
So he's like, "I don't compromise. I don't play those roles."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't like kissing men or anything like that." So
Yeah. No, and also when Empire was out, I think Diddy tried to sue them saying that was a copy in his life.
Yes.
His kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. These this beef with Terrence Howard or Fox and all that stuff from back in the day. It just it was weird.
Yeah.
Also, Cassie plans to testify during Diddy's upcoming trial.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So she will not be anonymous, which we know that the judge has confirmed. The victims have to come forward with their names. Well, victim 1 is Cassie, and she's prepared to testify under her name during the upcoming trial, where Diddy will defend himself against charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and all of that.
He is done.
Yeah, so Cassie is person known as victim 1. There are 3 other alleged victims who have requested their identities remain secret during the trial, but prosecutors are saying that these names have to come out.
As soon as she hit the stand, the lawyer's going to say, is there such thing as a freak off? And she's going to say, absolutely there is.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's over.
Yeah.
Because after those questions, because she was listed on the things that he wanted her to do doing the freak off.
I know.
And they paid her not to say it. He said, okay, I ain't say anything till the court said I got to say something. That's going to be interesting. But because of that, I know I ain't going to be on TV now.
I know.
It's not going to be on TV. Weird but true stories with Brian on the way on Johnny's House. 8:08 is the time, and it is Monday, and expected to be breezy today. 89 is the high, still 72, Ray?
It is.
It's still 70. They haven't changed. It changed to like after 8:30, then it starts to go up. And it's going to be breezy today. Weird stories of the truth, Brian. What's up?
So we've heard about this island before. There's an island where these people have never seen civilization. They've never seen anything else. Well, there's an American YouTuber now that's facing possible jail time because he went
up in there
to the isolated tribe illegally for obviously views. So it's the Sentinelese people. They live on this island in the Indian Ocean. Now, they will kill you if you go there.
Yes, they will.
They don't want you there.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to go there. They live by their own thing. They do their own thing. They got no technology.
Yep.
So they've remained completely isolated from the outside world, and they've managed to stay that way. I think one dude contacted him once.
And they killed him.
And then he went back, and they killed him. And ate his ass. So that's what happens. Well, this guy on YouTube went and left a coconut and a can of Coke for them.
Yeah.
And now he's been arrested by Indian authorities because... First of all, you could kill the whole tribe because they've never had any sort of disease because they've never left that island. So anything at all that you touch, they've never had a cold or a flu or anything like we have.
That
So
is
they've
so
got
crazy.
no immunity built up to it. So that's part of why they're doing it, to preserve them. The other part is mind your damn business because they're going to eat you.
For real.
Yeah.
And they do.
And then I tried to get away. They ate me. Well, hey, buddy. Mind your business.
So he is facing jail time now. And this is one of them locked up abroad situations. Like he ain't get arrested over in Polk County. This is not our government that's doing this.
Yep.
So, yeah, dummy.
I know, people do some stupid stuff to get those clicks, man.
Yeah. Now, this did happen near here over in Clearwater. There's a guy who's been arrested for battery. Had a little altercation with a lemonade stand. So last Tuesday, he made a purchase at a kid's lemonade stand. He did partake in the refreshing lemonade. And then he requested a refill.
Okay.
And they said, no, there's no refills. I'm running a business here, so no free refills. So the guy got upset. He grabbed the kid's wrist and got in a fighting stance. And he threatened to beat her up.
Oh, my God.
There's a little lemonade stand on the side of the road?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So he threatened to beat the little girl up because she wouldn't give him a refill. And then he ran. So the cops obviously found him. He admitted to the confrontation. But he said the girl was talking S to me. That's why. That's why I had to square up on her.
No.
We should send this dude to the island full of the tribe people.
For real.
If that was one of my friends, I'm like, hey, listen, player, I can't be your friend no more. I'm sorry, there's something wrong. You need to get some help. You're going to beat up a kid over a couple lemonades. What you going through?
When she was talking S, dog.
It's not like a restaurant where you get free refills.
Right.
It's like when you go to the festivals. You know when you get that $5 cup of lemonade, you can't
That's
go
it.
back.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't go back. That's what it is.
I went to the Agua Fresca stand I was talking about earlier today, listening to the podcast.
Yes.
And I had to go back the next day
Yes.
and buy another one.
Yes.
I didn't get to bring my cup back and go, hey, man, hit me with that watermelon again.
This ain't a chain.
That was delicious. That's not how it works.
The little girl's like, excuse me, sir. Now I'll charge you for another cup.
And there's a scam to watch out for. So it's out of Turkey. These people have been putting together treasure maps for people that get excited, like myself, about hunting for treasures.
Okay.
But they're not like legit. It's like a complex operation, and they've already managed to embezzle $1.3 million. So they travel to these rural areas and they place alleged artifacts there. They're not really artifacts, obviously. You go find them.
Yeah.
And then they will sell those for you. You pay up front. They give you the money that they make from selling them. And obviously, they're not real artifacts, so there's never going to be anything sold. So if you're a treasure hunter, they're preying on the fact that you're like, ooh,
yeah,
I'm going to hunt for this treasure.
It gives you the sensation, and then you find that treasure, and then it's like, okay, game over.
Right.
We need that back for the next trip.
Right.
The next
so
group.
it's all fake. So if you get bamboozled by a Turkish treasure map, that's on you at this point.
I heard if you go to where the pyramids are, there's scams all around that thing, man.
Yeah.
And they tell you to watch out for it. I mean, different things. Hey, I'll give you a private tour. You want to check some artifacts.
Oh, yeah. We got in Hawaii.
Yeah, and what did they say?
Why?
We purchased this whole travel package deal where we'd go snorkeling and all that stuff. No. We showed up with the voucher and they're like, what is this?
Right. I forgot about that.
No.
What is this?
I remember we joked and you got mad. That's why I'm trying not to joke.
Dude, we were on a cruise in Mexico and they're like, we'll go show you the ancient Mayan ruins.
We're like, yeah, it was cheap. It was the cheapest thing on the list.
Walk through a little path and there's literally some piles of rocks.
At the end. And it was so bad that we were hungover because we had been partying the next day. On the trail, they give you a can. They give you a can of off. They give you the can. So you sit there, ow, ow.
A stack of bricks.
So we get down there and it's like, where is it? You gotta be kidding me.
No.
It's like ankle high.
Oh.
And it was sweating that hot, oily sweat because
Yeah.
you got off all on. It was bad. But it was cheap. It was like $9. So we went for it.
Yeah.
All right, listen, it is 407 Day, and that's the day we celebrate Central Florida. I want you to tell us, what do you love most about the city? Beautiful. Going to hit somebody up with a pair of tickets to see The Weeknd Sunday, August 24th at Camping World Stadium. The Weeknd is going to be here. And all you got to do is on 407 Day, tell us what you love about our city beautiful. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. The XL Mobile, you can text it in. That's 41067. Live stream, social media, drop a comment. You can win that way too. 407 Day. What do you love about the 407? Call and let us know on Johnny's House. 824 on a Monday. 89 is our high, 72 right now, and they say it's going to be partly cloudy and breezy today. 407 day. Now, I came in this morning, and Nerese was all hyped. Now, Nerese is normally on an 8, unless she's been out the night before, and then she's like on a 4. But you can tell you got some rest. She was on 8. She says, hey, Johnny, I need to call something. It's 407 day. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? It's 407 day. I said, okay, Nerese, what does that mean? 407. Represent the 407. I'm like,
because it's April 7th.
Yes.
So.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And you notice I had my coffee cup in the hand, so I ain't had
First thing he said is, what do you want me to do with it? What do you need me for?
Listen, I'm open. Whatever you need. It's 407. I'm like, okay. Okay. So please explain to me and everybody else your day.
I don't know what it is about Orlando. When I moved here, it was meant to be. My life has changed the second I stepped foot here. And I'm so grateful for Orlando. There's so many things happening every day. I mean, so much that it's actually overwhelming that we don't get the chance to do it because there's so much happening.
Oh, yeah. And we do these things, but there's still more to do.
Yeah. And like sports, activities, like Orlando's just filled with so many things that I'm purely in love with it, and I feel like we need to give the love.
All right. So what do you like about the 407?
I'm gonna go right off the bat with the Orlando Magic team.
Okay.
Because when I first moved here and I was a journalist, I wanted to do something that was like fun. I needed to make friends. So I auditioned for 407, the 321 Hype team. And that is right off the bat where I made all my friends. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met D Strong. Then D Strong would have put me on put my name in here for Johnny's house. It's just like the little things that trickled down. So like right off the bat, like Orlando Magic, I had so much fun with that season, being able to make my friends there. And it's a great team.
I like it because whatever you want to do, there's something going on in the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to sit at home by yourself and do nothing, that's on you.
Yeah.
But there's so many things to do every weekend that even though you do the things you want to do, you find out about something else is going on, and you had to feel you missed that too.
Yep.
So for me, it's all the activities there is to do, indoors, outdoor, parks. There's always something to do here. Ray, what is yours?
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, like, a lot of the local influencers, I just love them just because I feel like they show us what's like the underground hidden gems of Central Florida too. So I feel like we have so many mom and pop places and local businesses that don't really get enough love, but the local influencers like bring that out, all the love, and like introduce you to all these new places.
All right, B, how about you, man?
Well, we frequent the theme parks, obviously, so I think that's awesome that we're so close to those. But also for me, it's like all the little small towns that make up the area. So that there's downtown Winter Garden, there's downtown Sanford, there's downtown, Claremont. There's all these little downtowns that have their own cool little vibe.
Every Monday, Brian, and before he turned his house into a mini oasis, he would tell me, me and my wife went to so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm like, really? That little, man, we love dive bars. We go in there, meet friends. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to old man something.
Old man Frank's.
Yeah, old man Frank's?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
blah, blah,
over
blah.
in Polk County. In Lakeland.
Yeah. I'm like, so y'all just went out there? Yeah, man, had a great time. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Stuff that I wouldn't do.
Dude, we found a place, because we listened to Touch Tunes, we found a place called Rendell's. It is literally in a trailer park. It's like the little clubhouse, and they turned it into a bar.
Oh,
and we found it on Touch Tunes.
Did you go?
Yes. We spent the entire day there.
Okay.
See,
it was awesome. I got to play pool with a pool shark and everything.
Wow.
They got Rendell himself was sitting at the bar.
Wow.
He's like 80-something. Just chilling. But that's what I'm saying. I love it. And it's just like all those little small towns are like driving distance away.
Wow. All right, we want to hear from you. Got some tickets to see the weekend from St. Cloud. Katie, good morning.
Good morning.
What do you like? What do you love about the 407 on the 407 day?
I love how strong the community is here. There's so many small examples. Like my family had a house fire and everybody rallied around. People
I know that
barely
feeling.
Knew.
I know that feeling. Yes.
And then on a bigger scale too, of course, Baby DJ every year always impresses me. And then Pulse, the way that people pulled together was amazing. So I just think we have such a strong community and love for each other here.
I love it. We'll put you down for the community. Rebecca from Orlando, what do you love about the 407?
So I love the beaches, and just on top of that, I'm really into water sports lately. So like jet skis and, just going out on the boat, doing stuff like that. So we have really good lakes around here too that you can go and do that without having to drive all the way to the beach.
Yep.
So the water sports definitely is a big thing.
It's funny. I was talking to somebody earlier this week, and they were talking about finding some lakefront front property in the Carolinas. I'm like, in Charlotte, there's only 2 lakes. There's only 2.
Really?
Norman and Wiley. That's it.
Really?
Ain't no, you got creeks and
Dude,
ponds.
everything here is a chain of lakes.
Yes,
Like they're all
everything.
connected. Yeah.
So when you tell somebody you live on the lake, oh, wow, you're rich. Oh, wow. Wow. From Kissimmee, Natalie, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What do you love about the 407?
The 407, we love the theme parks, man. We're big theme park people. My husband has worked for Fun Spot for like 17 years. I used to work for Disney.
Huge.
Yeah, it's huge. I used to work for Disney. I have family that works for Universal. We have SeaWorld passes. So, there's, like y'all were saying, there's just always so much to do. Especially I have 2 kids, and I constantly remind them how blessed they are when we do go to these theme parks.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them, I'm like, there's people who save up a lifetime to come here, and we're just like, la-di-da, like it's a normal day.
My niece came down with her son a couple weeks ago, and she looks at me and she goes, you don't really take full advantage of all of this, do you? I said, well, I get out here when I can. She said, you don't understand. We've been looking forward to this for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I tell them what they say forever.
Yes.
To do what we do on a Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, my cousins are always like,
yeah, literally.
We vacation where you live. How is that? That's so crazy.
That is.
That's why when my wife walks into a hotel with a giant waterfall, she's like, eh. I'm like, that's because it's our backyard.
David from Orlando.
Hello, you guys.
All right, real quick, what you love about the 407?
Yeah, so I also love the theme parks. Me and my wife have been doing them forever.
Mm-hmm.
Our favorite park is actually like Discovery Cove right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal, relaxing, good times.
Yeah, that's the all-inclusive park.
Yeah, you also don't get to like swim with the fish on any other park, really. Not for free.
Not for free. Ray, what they say?
Obviously, the people in Orlando is what they love.
Mhm.
They go through a lot of like personal things, and she's met so many people that are willing to just like help and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And the theme parks, of course.
Ryan.
XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. And a rec me to check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. There's a lot of them. Someone said the music scene's really cool. There's something like for everybody, no matter what you're into.
Mm-hmm. And Reese, real quickly.
Yeah, the stream is giving some love to Johnny's house.
Okay,
For being a part of 407.
We try every day. First one in, Katie, talking about community. We're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to see The Weeknd Sunday, August 24th, Camping World Stadium. We come back, we're going to talk about when did you feel uncomfortable on Johnny's house? 9:35 is Johnny's House. We come back. I want to talk about, when do you feel very uncomfortable? Is it crowds? Is it with friends? Is it with family? I got a story for you coming up on Johnny's House. .808, Johnny's House. 89 is a high, 72 partly cloudy and breezy with a 28-mile-an-hour wind. All right, Saturday night, I was at a gala, UCP, United Cerebral Palsy. They have their gala every year, and I've always played poker, and Brian's played poker too, and that's on the Friday night, but I'd never gone to the gala for like 15 years.
Right, same.
Always gone on Friday, never gone on Saturday. This year, a wonderful director of the program named Brandon reached out to me and said, "Hey, we want to highlight you for what you've done, what you do for the community." And I was like, "Nah." He's like, I said, "Nah, I don't know." And he says, "No," and he listed the things, and Johnny and I said, "All right," because his letter was the way it was written. I said, "Okay, I'll do it." Well, the gala was Saturday night, and I'm sitting there, and I'm so uncomfortable. And I'm uncomfortable getting awards because, for me, you want to give me an award for just doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. It's just the right thing to do. I don't get that. So the whole night I was awkward, and I didn't bring anybody with me except my girl. And people are like, "Hey, Johnny, congratulations!" Like, thank you. But they expect this voice they hear right now. Yeah, that's right. I got that award, baby. Yeah. But that ain't me in real life. And I just felt so awkward. And then behind the stage. I mentioned this earlier. It was 3 people that got an award. I was last, and each one of them had this video. And my man Vic, congratulations, his wife. He's like, he's been this way since I met him, and blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there going, I ain't got no video.
No one told me I was supposed to bring a video.
And I'm sitting there watching it. And I'm like, they said they were going to come back and get me. But, so I'm sitting there. And Mayor Deming's at the table. I mean, some, big names there. And I'm like, okay. So the guy said, hey, we need you backstage. And I came back there. And they said, well, you can watch that monitor. And I'm like, okay. So then they said, our next recipient is Johnny Magic. And I see this video, and I see Ray and Brian. And Brian got his cut. I'm like, hey, my boy, look at you. They got dressed up for it.
Had to look nice.
I was like, dang. And they're saying all these nice things about me. And I'm behind the stage, and I'm watching, and I'm like, all right, yeah, because I can't be out here crying like an idiot, And I get out there and I say the speech, and the whole time, even afterward, I just felt awkward.
Yeah.
And it was just a very uncomfortable situation. And, hey, man, you deserve it. What makes me deserve it? I just did the right thing. Yeah. I just did what anybody should do. It's like telling somebody, and Brian, you and I have talked about it. Somebody goes, oh, man, you're a great dad. What's a great dad?
Right.
I'm just doing what a dad's supposed to do.
But I think it's like not only do you do the right thing, but you use all of your resources that you have to make it to like the full potential to helping people.
Well, why shouldn't it? I mean, the thing is, hey, listen, one thing that our show is based on, and all of us, we have projects that we do that we want to talk about on the air that helps out our community. And I'll say this to anybody. If they have a radio show and a microphone and you're not helping out the community, then you're just wasting your time. You're doing it for yourself.
Right, if you're not doing something.
Not something. Really. You got this lead. So it just made me feel uncomfortable. And I'm also not good, or I don't know if I'm not good at it. I just don't like small talk.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
That person's going to spend 8 minutes talking about this, that, and they're going to say, all right, let me go over here.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great event, and I apologize if I seemed a bit a little bit quiet. I was just very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not because of the award. It's just weird to have. Look, I'm in radio, so the light is on me. It's on us.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to be in an environment where they're just like, hey, man, good job for just being good.
Yeah.
Ray, when do you feel awkward? Do you like the small talk? Do you like the big environments where people just go, hey, Ray, how you doing?
I feel like it does make me uncomfortable, the small talk. Receiving gifts, I'm horrible with.
No, you're not worse than Brian.
But I'm also bad at.
You're like the Michael Jordan of receiving gifts compared to me.
Yes.
I'm also bad at giving gifts just because I overthink it and I feel like it's not good enough ever. And
really?
so I'm very bad at that.
Wow.
But I think talking on the phone is just so awkward to me. Like, I would rather FaceTime than just talk on the phone.
Really?
I don't know what it is. It's so weird to me.
Man.
I hate talking on the phone.
Talking on the phone was my thing. That was my deal.
That's where that voice comes from.
I'm telling you.
Hey, girl.
Hey, is Ray home?
No. Oh, my God. No. She just ran away.
Every time Johnny dials the phone, this song plays.
Could I leave a message, please? Brian, what makes you uncomfortable?
Well, receiving gifts, obviously.
And why is that? Why do you think that?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't feel good about it. I didn't get a lot of gifts growing up, maybe, so I never learned how to receive them. So I don't know. It just makes me very weird. I'd rather not get anything, but then I complain when I don't get anything. It's the same way with compliments. Like, I thrive on like people recognizing all that I do.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't want any compliment for it because it makes me uncomfortable.
I'm gonna tell y'all some awkward moments. I come in here early and we Brian and I record some things, blah blah blah, and I'll sit here and I say, hey, bro, I just want to tell you, I appreciate you, man. I said, bro, you have been a blessing in my life. And Brian goes, all right, man, thanks.
He said, shut it down.
Like, hey, man, check out the zebra video.
Okay, so it's not just with everybody. It's literally
the zebra's running right here in the video. He's running.
I know we got a break. I tell you when we break, we'll come back. I'll talk to you, Nari.
Oh my goodness.
I told my boss. I told JJ Rice. I'm like, dude, I get no appreciation around here. And then he starts like over the top, like complimenting me. I'm like, all right, stop. Let me shut this down because I don't like this either.
I want to find out what are some awkward moments or moments that you just really feel uncomfortable. Everybody else feels comfortable, but you feel uncomfortable in those moments. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile 41067, live stream, social media. Speak up. When are those moments? Share with us next on Johnny's House. 847, Johnny's house. Let's see, 73 now, 89 is our high, gusty winds, and partly cloudy today. We're talking about moments where you feel awkward or uncomfortable, and these are moments you should be okay. And Reese, we ended it with you.
Yes.
What is yours?
For me, it's when my mom, like, specifically talks about my achievement, I guess you will, with family members.
Yeah.
Because there are other family members who are not in the realm of, would say, success.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
I mean? Like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
got
my
in a
mom
few
does that.
trouble, and then
Oh, yeah.
my mom will always use, like, me or my sisters, my daughters in this, my toes curl. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ma, this ain't the time, and we're standing right here. I'm like, it's awkward. It's a little uncomfortable.
In my household, my mom does that in front of my brothers and sisters. And I tell them, y'all know I'm the golden child. Hey, I am the golden child. And they know it. It's like, oh, there he is. I'm just saying.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
It's not my fault. I didn't make myself this way.
You did. I love it.
I'm the golden child. Somebody in the family got to be the golden child.
Mhm.
And it happens to be me. Now, they laugh it off. They might not be laughing behind my back, but in my in my face. Let's see. Let's go to St. Cloud. Nadine, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Tell us when you feel awkward.
Okay, so I'm in the culinary industry. I work in the restaurant business. So this was a few years back. There was a couple that always came in 4 or 5 times a week, no big deal. So she comes in by herself, which was a little odd because he always comes in first, waiting on her. So she's sitting there, and I go over, and I, say good morning to her. I was like, oh, where's Sammy this morning? And she goes, oh, he passed. I was like, oh, no, he passed for lunch? And she said, no, he's dead.
That's awkward.
It was a little, my face was like, whoa, like I felt really silly. I felt stupid, but I mean, I just seen him a few days prior, and she was just, nope, he's dead.
Damn,
said,
she,
wow.
she said it just like that? Like, hey, unfortunately.
She said it just like that. She's like, he's dead.
Well, I mean, she told
So
you
I
he
just
passed.
didn't
She tried to say it in a gentle way, and you were like, what?
He passed. Like, you mean he drove by me?
No.
No, he did.
You're not hungry?
Nadine was like, hey, would you like some free cheesesteaks? I would have had somebody else take my table. I was like, you know what? Yeah. Wow. That's bad.
Yeah, it was very awkward.
All right. I can see why. Thank you, Nadine, for sharing that one, girl.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah. After that one time, you should have known. From Orlando, Jennifer.
Hello.
Hey, what were you going to say?
Just like when people cry, like
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yes.
do I comfort you? Like I
Yes.
don't like to touch people. Like
Yes.
what do I do? Just stand there like okay.
Yeah, you're sitting there going, do you want to hook the oh, it's going to be okay. That's all you can say.
Right.
That's all you can say.
Yeah. Like
That's-
what else? What else can you say?
Yes, it's going to be okay. How do you know? Because it always is. Everything's going to be okay.
Say, quit crying, you little bitch. That's what you should do.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. That's what I was saying.
If Brian does that to you, just look at Brian and say, you know what, man, you're an incredible person, and I appreciate what you do.
And then I'll start crying. It'll just be weird.
It'll be real weird. Thank you, Jennifer. Ray, what they say?
So Victor Colazzo, was he there on Saturday?
Yeah, that's my man Victor.
He
Yes.
said, I felt the same way at the gala,
Yes.
felt very awkward for doing the right things,
Yes.
but I'm very proud to have been honored with you, Johnny.
Same here. Vic is a good dude. We go back a long way. The first time that I had an appearance, he asked the station we needed MC, and they were doing fraternity boxing at UCF. Everybody from fraternity had to have one member of their team box, and I didn't know anything about them. Like, all right, all ready to fight? And some of these guys were boxers, some of them won't.
Right.
Brian, you're in our fraternity. You had a fight before. You gonna fight. So you saw kids getting, the crap beat out. Blood was flying. I'm going, what the hell am I meant to do?
Yeah.
Victor told me the other night they only did that one.
I'm sure, yeah.
They only did that one time. Congratulations, Victor. B, what they say over there?
XL Mobile, powered by Attorney Dan Newland and a wreck. Need a check. It's a no-brainer. Call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said even though they're a manager in a warehouse, have been doing it for 8 years, they still get uncomfortable when they have to yell at someone.
Yes.
Or tell them they did something wrong or whatever. It's just not a comfortable feeling.
I don't think I could fire somebody. I mean,
No.
there's some people who, we know people that it was just an art form. Well, fire.
Oh, yeah.
For me, I'd be crying like, look, they're making me do this. I don't even want to do this.
Johnny just hopes you leave on your own.
I do.
Johnny would write them a fat check to leave. He'd be like, I'm going to pay you to leave.
I'll just pay you. Let's just keep it to us.
Maybe they'll just stop coming in.
and you know what, Brian? They don't.
No, I know.
They don't. All right, let's move on, Ray.
I guess Prince Harry doesn't like the fact that Meghan has been using their kids to promote her brand.
Uh-oh.
He better be quiet.
He's not.
Top of the hour on Johnny's House.
Farrah Studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight.
XL 1067.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067. Orlando's #1 hit music station. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Celebrity Trash is
What
sponsored.
you eating, Ray? You're such a professional.
Some pretzels.
You're such a professional.
Celebrity Trash is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. At least I got that air check without me eating.
There you go.
So Prince Harry, he was saying that Meghan Markle, obviously, she's got like these brands that she's promoting. She had this Netflix deal and all that stuff. Well, there's a tabloid that is now saying that Harry isn't happy that Meghan is using their kids on social media to promote her brand.
Okay.
So,
you know
I guess
I ain't say that.
I guess the understanding is that, there's like a certain stage that Harry now is going through and like how much he'd rather his children were not seen.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a lot of things to protect them. He doesn't want them to be photographed. And now that they're in California, or have been in California for a while now, she once said that she would like to have a more California-style lifestyle. And she takes them down to the beach. They go out, they do stuff, and she doesn't want to hide them away.
I can understand. It's like, look, do all that, but we ain't got to promote them in promotional stuff that we're doing professionally.
Yeah.
Now, even though people want to see them and it's going to make us more money,
Absolutely.
I totally get that.
That's a little tabloid trash for you.
But I don't think Harry's like this. I lost my family for you.
Yes.
Yep.
So let's make this work. It's going to work.
Yeah. Back in November, I was telling you that Elton John shared that he's lost his eyesight.
Yeah.
Which is so sad. In his right eye, he had an infection, and his left eye isn't much better. So sadly, he hasn't been able to turn it all around. And he was doing an interview, and he said that he can't even watch his sons play sports anymore.
Really?
Yeah. He said, I can't see you, but I can't. Or I can see you, but I can't see the TV. I can't read. I can't see my boys playing rugby and soccer. And it's been a very stressful time because, he used to soak in all of that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he was the musical host on Saturday Night Live.
Musical guest, yeah.
Musical guest.
Yeah, this past weekend.
Yeah. And I saw it, I'm like, I know I had a couple of drinks, but I'm like, I thought he couldn't see.
Yeah, so he's still trying to do some work and all of that stuff, but he's getting very emotional about it because obviously losing your eyesight is scary.
Yeah.
And the fact that he had an infection in one and can't see, and then the left one is kind of just going by its own.
It would be like us losing our hearing in this industry.
Yep.
It's just a matter of time before you're done.
That'd be awful.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly Roll is saying that the beginning of Hollywood Week is going to be insane on American Idol, which is tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching it, I guess it's supposed to be very dramatic.
So what is Hollywood? Is it now you go to Hollywood and then you start competing live? I don't know how it used to be. I don't know how.
I want to say Hollywood's the final 24, and then they pare it down. From there.
Okay. And so there's going to be collaborations and stuff like that. But he said Hollywood Week is even more chaotic than what you've seen on TV as well, because the camera can't catch all the chaos. But he's it reminds him of straight up the music business and behind the scenes. It's just. It's been crazy for them. So he's there's a lot of stuff that happens in our business all the time. And so.
We don't have any locals in there? We normally get slide at least one in there.
I didn't see any.
Yeah, no locals?
I didn't see any, no.
Maybe the locals know, listen, anytime we've done this thing, we ain't make it through.
Right. Yeah. We only get so far.
Yeah, we're kind of done with this stuff.
Also, BuzzFeed put together a list of movies and TV shows that they think were overhyped.
Okay. Overhyped?
Overhyped.
Okay. I got an open mind. Let's go with it.
Succession.
I never saw it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Anyone but you.
I don't know.
Euphoria.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That is a good one. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I love that movie.
Was it overhyped though?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Very trippy.
You also said that movie Johnny saw over the weekend was great. And
Look, I try to share y'all movies that I thoroughly enjoyed. I watched it because I said, hey, babe, Nerese said this is pretty good.
Right. I'm just saying.
Did she think it was good?
No.
Oh.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
it's not for everybody.
You got to reserve your great for when it's great.
Yes.
That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
This is a great one.
I told you
all
that
right.
The Substance was good.
It was amazing.
Okay.
I came back going, great.
Yeah.
Great. This one I came up going,
Nerese is giving out the great Halloween candy.
Listen,
Now-
I don't work for Rotten Tomatoes.
But listen, I tell these guys, hey, okay, All American. Okay, it sucks a little bit, but I like it.
Right. Now, you can love it, but you just gotta be.
You gotta be real with it.
Be more conservative with your greats.
Yes.
Okay, that movie
That's
that she was talking about, it's great. It's great.
Okay.
I highly recommend it.
There you go.
We got to put some more change in your credibility tank.
Right. Hey, look, you can apply this every part of your life. Be a little more reserved with your greatness.
Because I'm sitting there watching this thing going, you mean we watched one movie a week together, and this is the one I chose?
Oh, dang.
True
That
story.
sucks. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of these movies, though, had like Oscar nominations. So like that's where the hype was.
Probably.
And then
Yeah.
people watch them and they're like, what the heck?
Yeah, I agree. All right, what's trending is on the way on Johnny's House. .908 Johnny's House. What's trending to Reese?
You got to hear about this new yarn makeup.
Yarn
makeup that's trending.
Yeah, you got to tell me about that. 3 minutes away, Johnny's House. 911 is Johnny's house. Ray, what's the current temperature? It's 89 is our high, partly cloudy and breezy.
Currently 76.
76 right now, getting up to about 89. All right, Nerese, what's trending?
So we got UConn. They won the 2024 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship.
South Carolina did not like that.
No. Yep, they just claimed their 12th national title. And tonight, the men's NCAA National Championship game.
I'm not watching because Duke messed up my brackets.
Well, if it's to your favor, the game is tonight at 8:50 CBS. Florida Gators
watching.
taking on Houston Cougars.
They tell you 8:50. They ain't starting until like 9:20.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But according to the county, I gotta say that.
Well, good luck, Florida.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
pick y'all to win, though.
Yeah.
I picked Duke to win.
I did pick them, even though I hate them. But everything else went so sideways, it doesn't matter for me.
Apple they just released 8 new emojis with the iOS 18.4 update. Some including a shovel, a blue fingerprint, a leafless tree. But the one that's getting people to like really relate to is the tired eyes with the baggy with like the tired face with the baggy eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll definitely be using that.
All right.
Also, this is a very unique trend that's going around. It's called yarn makeup. Now, I do not recommend it. I'm just talking about it because it's viral. So this went viral after an 18-year-old makeup artist, her name is Lambardi, she posted it on TikTok and it has millions of views. So what she did was she took glue stick, she smeared it on her face, then she took yarn and then she started gluing it on her face in a circular designed motion until it covered her whole face. Then you trim out the eyes and then you put makeup on top to make it create like a dramatic and trippy look to it. It honestly, I saw it and it's kind of creepy.
You describing it is sounding creepy.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
She's to go viral and it's getting millions of views.
See, I thought it was like a beauty secret or something.
No, it's just, and the thing is, it's not just the putting it on part, it's the taking it off because it's yarn.
Yeah.
And it's glued to your face. And like at one video, you see her like pulling her face, kind of like pulling the string. It's like, it's painful for her to take it off.
I was asking Ray about this beauty secret they do in China. Well, there's this tape that you can pull your face back and put makeup on it like the tape's not even there.
Yes.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's like a temporary facelift.
Really?
Yeah.
So them lies.
It's like feeding the Botox system.
It's lies.
Those are lies.
False bill of goods right there.
No joke.
That's not what I bought. That's a Temu delivery.
It's like the next morning, hey, man, where's your daughter?
Speaking of, I saw a girl this weekend. She had the fake butt things.
Oh, yeah, the pads?
The
How'd you
pads,
know?
Because she was walking and they were like shifting and she shifted it back.
Oh, no.
That's right, girl. Fix
I was
yourself.
like, oh, poor thing.
Isn't that something you should do in the bathroom?
I think so.
You know?
When you got to do it quickly, just get
Or against a
Take
wall
care
or
of it.
something. Like men adjust ourselves, but we don't do it in public.
Go into like a stairwell or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Turn your back.
I felt so bad.
get
So
it, sis.
Ray felt so bad she talked about it on the
Right.
radio.
So bad I shared,
I'm
shared her
sorry.
secret with the,
It's
with
not
the
like
world.
it's not like I'm calling her out by name.
She knew her booty shifted. Right now she's listening going, there was somebody behind me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Wow. All right, we'll come back. We're going to talk about fired for something stupid on Johnny's house. 9:18, it is Johnny's House. Ray, you saw an article, and HR directors were talking. They were spilling all the juice.
Yes, they're basically talking about the stupid things that they've had to fire somebody over. Yeah.
What are some of the things that they said?
So somebody said that they realized that their worker was actually going to their car and taking a 3-hour nap every day.
What kind of business was that you can? I would notice if one of y'all were gone for 3 hours.
Disappear for 3 hours?
I mean, maybe if you have like an office job or like a desk job,
okay,
and you like are just going to your car and then napping. Okay. Somebody else said that they caught an employee that was stealing toilet paper from the company. I mean,
see, they used to do that around here till they got those big industrial rolls.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are like the two big ones.
The biggest, I mean, and it's legendary in these buildings, is that once upon a time you could not have snacks or anything in your studio, and somebody was complaining that somebody had been stealing their cheese crackers. Like every day I go on the air, I put my drink out there and my cheese crackers, and then I come back later and they're gone. So they set up a camera, and sure enough, they nabbed a big fish. It wasn't a small fish; it was a big fish, and they fired him. Make an example. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so you got to go around saying, "What happened? I got caught stealing crackers." That's the joke around.
Yep. They were excited too because they had just put the cameras in. So they're like, "Oh, we got one."
Yes. Oh, they were so excited because they had to ask for the money to put the cameras in, and then they was like, "Are you sure you want it?" And they put the camera in right over that ledge, and sure enough, oh man, more cheese crackers. Because I'm putting one on my desk because somebody keep eating my little protein bars.
That's right.
And I'm gonna find out who did it. I'm gonna put a little camera right there. And they're just like, and every day I'm like, listen, you ain't putting nothing in. A protein bar's expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like $3-4 a bar.
I get mad when people leave the snacks open. That's why I get mad.
Yes.
Like, look, if you're gonna steal, at least close them so they stay fresh.
Ray, what's the craziest reason you found somebody was fired?
I mean, there's been a lot of times in the service industry where people would come in drunk, or we had somebody that was smoking a joint in the walk-in. Thinking that you wouldn't be able to smell it, but as soon as you open the door, as soon as you open the door, a puff of smoke comes out.
This is one thing I never understood about the hospitality industry, especially if you worked in a bar in a restaurant. Why do you go back on your day off? It's like they're sitting at the bar. It's like, I'm not working today.
That's their life,
Because
man.
usually they get the hookup.
It's like, but you work here.
Yeah.
It's her safe space.
But I can see, okay, Nerese hangs out at the radio station after the show because she's doing some work.
Yeah.
I can't imagine come back. What you doing? I'm just kicking it.
Nah, I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
But when you first started, you hung out for a long time.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was exciting. Like, you
it's
had
a
new
brand
friends.
new world.
Yeah.
It's a brand new world.
And now you're like, all right, let me get out of here.
I'm trying to get that nap in. Come on now.
But before, she'd be here just chilling. She'd wait for Rumba to get in. What's up, guys? I was here. I watched it. That's why I used to get so frustrated. Like, I was here all day. I'm like, you was playing.
I
didn't play all the time.
She had busting her butt. B, when did you crazy reason somebody was fired?
Oh, I had a friend that worked at the retail store with me, and he knew the this is back when long distance wasn't free. He knew the long distance code because he was one of the delivery drivers. So he used the long distance code to call his girlfriend in another state.
Yes.
He ran up a $7,000 phone bill.
Good for him.
And they fired him.
Oh, yeah.
But he would talk to his girl for 4 or 5 hours at a time. All day.
We had that when it was Doc and Johnny, and back then, your internet had to go through your phone line.
You had to dial up, yeah.
So we knew the code, and we don't know who code it was, but we found it. And my man was calling New Jersey, I'm calling Charlotte,
Yep.
and a memo, again, these are paper memos that went in little boxes that said, somebody has run up a $2,000 bill. We're going to find you. And at that point, don't call them.
No more.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, they narrowed it down to this dude. He was one of the delivery drivers. So it was every day when the truck left, he'd be on the phone all day. All day.
He's like, gotta go.
Dude, he'd be loading stuff up with the phone on his shoulder. And then they did what? Man, that's crazy, girl. Hang on one second.
Nerese.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy reason somebody was fired.
I mean, one of the craziest reasons why I ever got fired.
I'm curious.
I was a little drunk.
You went drunk in the workplace?
But it was like from the day before. I wasn't driving or anything.
Yeah.
The day before was Halloween.
Yeah.
And I had gone to a party with a friend. I was not driving home that day, but we worked together, so went to work the next day, and I probably should not have gone into work.
And they knew?
You could
Oh my
you
goodness.
could smell it.
I
yeah.
would. That
Listen,
would,
I was early 20s. All right,
listen,
I'm not perfect.
That'd have gone to my grave. I'd never repeat that story.
Yeah. I won't mention the job, but
So you had to go.
Yeah.
Now I got fired from a job that I was supposed to be fired. They gave me a job as an assistant district manager for the Charlotte Observer, and I ran the complaint route. So if somebody didn't get their paper, I had to personally drive it to their house and drop it off.
Yeah.
And one day I'm like, you know what? That man don't need no paper today. He don't need one. Every day he calling. I think he's scamming us. And he called and complained.
Oh.
And they fired me.
Oh, jeez.
I said, but it was one guy. He said, I called you personally and told you to take that paper. Man, damn you in your face. That was not in the future for me.
Someday nobody will read the paper and you'll be sorry.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you should have said.
That was so back then. They're like, internet? What are you talking about here?
This fool said they're going to get their news on a computer. What a dummy.
He's so stupid. I want to find out from you, if you're in HR, what is the dumbest or the craziest reason you had to fire someone? Now, for letting us in, we're going to hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to see Chris Brown, Saturday, August 2nd, Raymond's J Stadium. I know Ray going.
I want to so bad, but I was so close the last time. I don't know if I could see him in the stadium.
Really?
Oh, because, it's in the stadium this time around. So, it's a different vibe.
Really?
But I would love to.
Okay. Well, you get to go, but all you got to tell us the dumbest reason you had to or the dumbest reason somebody got fired. They just did something really stupid. And the best one, we're going to hook you up. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. XL Mobile, always available to text. That's 41067. Live streamers watching the show, drop a comment. Social media will drop it out there, and we will read it for you. Dumbest reason somebody you know, you had to fire someone. We can't wait to hear your stories next on Johnny's House. 935 Johnny's House. Talking to HR directors or people who have fired someone, and you know somebody who got fired for something really stupid. We want to hear about that and got some Chris Brown Saturday, August 2nd, Raymond James Stadium. I think August 2nd is probably the coolest night of the year. It's going to be hot.
It's going to be a little hot.
It's going to be a lot hot.
A little steamy.
But we want you to go. We want you to go, especially in Tampa, too. All right, let's see here. My phone lines are jacked up. XL, good morning. Who's this?
Chrissy.
Chrissy, who got fired? What happened?
I got fired.
Chrissy, what you do?
So there was a big restaurant chain that came to our town last year. I had been training since October of 2023. I was training in Clearwater, so like they paid
now hold on. Were you training to be a manager? What were you training for?
Yes, restaurant manager.
Okay, restaurant manager.
So
Okay.
it's pretty much a shift leader. Under my intentions when I applied for the job,
Okay.
I thought I'd be running the restaurant given its name. However, it was more like a shift leader position. I was 37 at the time, so honestly thought I was taking over a restaurant. But anyway, I trained from October. We opened the restaurant in February.
Ooh.
And with this new restaurant opening, we had managers coming from all over the country to kind of support us and help us and teach us how they've learned.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I have really bad anxiety, and when people were coming in to kind of take over my shift or support me, lead me, I'm expecting them to give me clues and or
Christy,
tips.
Christy, what did you do?
I cussed these managers out. It was like 4 months into training, and
Christy,
I kept telling them I had bad anxiety. I literally told them,
Oh,
no.
when you do things like this.
Oh my goodness! So you never worked there when it opened. You didn't make it to the opening.
No, I worked there when it opened. I worked there for 2 months. It was literally freaking April Fool's Day.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna put you on hold. I'm almost sure that if you cuss out management, there's a good chance you're gonna lose your job.
Yeah, yes. Probably.
From Mineola, Melissa. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
All right. You sound a little serious. What's going on, girl? Did you do something stupid?
No, nothing.
Okay. Who got?
I did not do anything stupid. I work for a business that's open 24/7.
Okay.
So I have had 2 overnight individuals. So they're in the office by themselves. The first one, I got a $2,000 or $3,000 phone bill. Come to find out, she was doing phone sex. Phone.
No. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Yes. And so she was let go immediately on the spot. Many years later, I had another overnight person. This was even stupider. She was taking nude photos of herself and posting them online. However, she forgot, we have shared computers. She forgot to log out.
Oh.
So when we came in the morning, broad spectrum, her whole
everything.
anatomy.
Now, Melissa, I can understand the one that charged y'all $3,000, for the phone bill. But the other one, I'm saying you should have let her off with a warning and say, hey, you can't be up in here bucky naked.
Mm-hmm. You're working. She wasn't working for 8 hours.
Was there, the type of work she was doing, did it, only thing you had to do was pretty much be there, right?
No, you have to answer phone calls. There was work to be done. It wasn't like sit around nude.
You hold on. So there was some work to be done. Just saying. Crystal, good morning.
Good morning.
Crystal.
Sorry, I was going to speed race into this for you guys.
All right, go ahead.
I basically work at a family-owned business, and we get a lot of different types of individuals. We had this one guy. We thought he was acting kind of strange. One day he showed up to work, and he's wearing sunglasses the entire shift. We are indoors. We're an office. And I'm like, okay, weird. So anyways, long story short, we go into the bathroom after he left for the day, and he takes long bathroom breaks. We have a white kind of place where we hold everything in.
Mhm.
And I'm like, is that residue? No, it's a whole pile of cocaine he left behind from his extracurriculars he was doing on the job. We took him to do a drug test, and he said, oh, I just smoked weed the other day because I have anxiety. So he'd get out of doing the drug test, but we ultimately let him go. But, yeah, it was legit because my OG manager took it and rubbed it on his teeth because he used to do it back in the day. And he's like, that's real.
Savage.
He said, I'm a human drug test, buddy.
He said, that's real.
Oh, that's awesome.
You hold on a second.
Like, yep, I remember that taste.
Oh, yeah, that's real.
Somebody said I had to get involved with letting an employee go because he would go out at lunch and score some hardcore substance, then just go and pass out in his car.
Oh, jeez.
Then there was a young 18-year-old who was very petite and tiny. She would disappear for hours, and we couldn't find her. One day, I opened up the door to a cabinet we didn't use, and she was inside reading a book all curled up.
That wasn't the first time they've done these things. They've been doing it for a while. Brian, what do they say?
XL Mobile, powered by Attorney Dan Newland. In the rec, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call Attorney Dan Newland. We got a few. This one said it was dumb because of how dumb I was. I got fired for being late to my restaurant job multiple times.
Yeah.
My apartment complex was in the parking lot of the restaurant.
Oh, my God. You have no excuse.
I was just super lazy.
No.
Let's see. Someone said a person got fired for dropping a deuce in the parking lot at work.
Yeah, you're going to get fired for that.
In the parking lot. And
Yeah.
someone else said during orientation, they fired someone because during orientation, they fired someone because at the break of orientation, they met their friend in the parking lot and went to the movies in the bushes.
Oh, my God.
Had their name tag on and everything. And the orientation binder just laying right there.
He's like, we got the job, honey.
No, he's like, don't come back in here. Don't come in. And the reach real quick.
Yeah, we got Naja. He said the only time I was fired is when the manager found out I had been offered his job before he was hired, and I had turned it down.
Well, that's not a dumb reason.
Yeah.
All right. Here's your choices, y'all, in the new voting system we have. The first one is the lady who went through training, cussed out all the managers. The second one is the people working overnight. One was taking some nudies of herself, and the other one, number 3, is got caught, and they left their cocaine in the bathroom. That's number 3. On the count of 3, I need fingers. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, let's go to Minneola. Congratulations, Melissa.
Oh, my God, thank you.
You did. Now, you got a pair of tickets to see Chris Brown Saturday, August 2nd. Through all of that adversity, you had no idea one day you were going to win a radio contest for sharing that.
That is true.
So something
and I'm
positive.
a first-time caller.
Hey, we got a first-time caller. Well, hold on. We're going to find you a first-time caller number. Nerese, what is it?
It's 5055.
That's your number, and congratulations. Welcome to Johnny's house. Hold on so we can get some information, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's get out of here. It's 9:43. 9:46, Johnny's house. Gotta go, Ray.
I am gonna go over to the gym and then softball, baseball practice tonight.
Nice. It's gonna be nice.
Yes.
Not really hot out yet, is it?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's supposed to rain, but today it should be nice.
Is it really? Nerese?
Doing some work around here, but then I'm also going to get super creative. My friend, she's having her wedding this Saturday. I'm a bridesmaid. And I thought of this really cool way of like taking her love story and then putting it into like a cartoon book.
Okay.
I saw this company that like lets you do that. You just give them the information.
You have enough time for them to
probably not going to ship in. Like, I mean, I thought about getting a gift, but then when I saw this, I was like, okay.
I did that for my wife for our anniversary one year.
Oh, that's so cool.
I just sent them a whole bunch of like information about us, and they made a book about it, a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll be doing that today.
Big Grind.
Nothing. Just a bunch of radio shows to do. You guys hear me talk about Safe Touch every day on the radio and my Safe Touch system. Well, we're giving away the Safe Touch Ultimate Package on our website. So you get the AI cameras, the new ones they just came out with. You get all the bells and the whistles and 3 years worth of monitoring, and there's no strings attached.
Okay. Really?
So you can win that right now. XL1067.com on the contest page. I mean, someone's going to win it, so you should jump on and enter for sure.
If I registered using my government name.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
I mean,
you are your government.
Your government name is your radio name.
I'm like, how can I get this?
So you can try. I mean, they're going to want your phone number and your address, and that might look a little weird. Ain't you, Johnny? From the radio.
Yeah.
No, that's not me.
When they come in and install, they're like, wait a minute.
I said, Johnny can't win, but everybody else
y'all
can
win. Please, that is a prize right there.
Yeah, XL1067. I know when I had to read it twice, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, you got to,
Because I pay for my ultimate package every month.
Yes.
So I'm like, hey.
Yes.
So XL1067.com. You can check it out.
All right, Ryan Seacrest is all yours. Have a beautiful day, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.
What's up, y'all? Did y'all get any buffering today? Because I had to go back to the OG way of doing things because me and you two ain't getting along right now. I'm going to try a different computer tomorrow and see if it works. But I didn't see any issues today on my side. Cool. Yeah, I didn't see any on my side either. So, but I had to go use the old way of streaming. That was the one that got jammed up before. So. All right. I got work to do. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.